I have a podcast client. Her name is Sarah. She's a certified personal trainer and super passionate about what she does. After years of training clients in gyms, she decided to branch out and start her own online fitness coaching business, crafting personalized training and nutrition programs for clients remotely. First things first, since she knew she could take on a client really anywhere, she needed to invest in her online presence. And so she poured her heart and soul into creating a visually appealing website on Squarespace, started posting religiously on Instagram, and launched a podcast with me, offering valuable workout tips and healthy recipes. However, it was clear early on that client acquisition became her biggest hurdle. Her initial enthusiasm fizzled, mainly because her inbox remained depressingly empty. Sarah questioned her methods. Should she add more to her plate? Like, get on TikTok? She even invested in online marketing courses, but the desired results continued to elude her. The doubts crept in. Was her brand not resonating? Were her prices too high? Was the online fitness market too saturated? What was she doing wrong? A couple months in, Sarah came to me questioning whether she could continue with the podcast. Savings were dwindling and she wasn't seeing the results that she wanted. She had a family to financially support and she was feeling insecure. I reminded her that building a business and podcast took time and consistency, and we decided to press on for just a few more months. After all, I always say it takes about 10 episodes to really start to see results. Not much later after our phone call, Sarah received her first heartfelt message from a listener of her podcast. The listener expressed how Sarah's positive energy and practical advice motivated them to start their fitness journey. She also spotted her first 5-star review, and then another, and another, and another. Suddenly, the online silence seemed less daunting. I still remember her email to me, in all caps, sharing the exciting news. But it was clear she was getting it, that building a business took time, consistency, and most importantly, genuine connection with her audience. And so, as she continued to focus on creating content that resonated with her ideal client on her podcast, drawing them back to her website with free resources, and then offering free consultations to build trust, that nurturing journey worked for her. Slowly, inquiries started trickling in, then a steady stream, ultimately leading to a thriving client base only a few months later. All of this to share that the success you're seeking for your business is just around the corner. So today, let's talk about what exactly you need to do online in order to attract your dream clients. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Jamie Kennedy, executive podcast producer at Brave Moon Podcasts. We've produced podcasts for Virgin Active Health Clubs, Functional Training Institute, well-being coaches and speakers, and many more. I'm including all of the insider secrets I've learned along the way being a podcast producer for some of the top health and fitness brands on the charts today. So whether you're a small business owner, health and fitness professional, or a wellness enthusiast looking to boost your brand through podcasting, this podcast is for you. For a comprehensive list of the equipment and software my clients use, head to my website and grab my free Start a Podcast guide. I've condensed months of research into this guide, offering you the industry's best choices. Download it today. The link is in the show notes. All right, coach, let's talk strategy. You know the struggle. Juggling a million platforms online like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, your website, email list, online communities. Oh my God, there's so many options online. Sometimes it just feels like a loop, creating endless content, feeling like you're scattering yourself so thin online. But there's one online medium that is standing out as an incredible way to build trust, get your expertise in front of the right people, and create a loyal community around your brand, all while making your online presence a little easier to manage. And that, coach, is a podcast. Think about it. When you listen to a podcast, you connect with the host's voice, their personality, their passion, like mine. That creates trust, more so than even Instagram or TikTok can do, because you're spending so much more quality time with your podcast listeners, educating and inspiring them on their journey. When you share your knowledge, your story, and your infectious enthusiasm for health, fitness, wellness, boom, instant connection. Podcasting lets you laser target your audience. Want to coach runners? Dive deep into training tips and race strategies. Passionate about healthy eating? Whip up some mouthwatering recipes and nutrition hacks. The reason niching your podcast is so effective is because your dream listeners, aka dream clients, are currently searching in the podcast listening apps for podcasts that meet their needs. For example, a runner might currently be searching for running tips or how to avoid a running injury. And your podcast about running is going to suit them way more than a personal trainer talking about any old fitness tips. So a niche podcast gets you in front of your dream clients, who in turn will see how much value you provide and will find a way to work with you on a deeper level. Plus, here's the beauty. Once you record an episode, it's out there forever, evergreen content. People can discover your podcast months or years down the line, and bam, you're reaching even more folks ready to crush their fitness goals. The entire concept is so strong to me that your entire online presence strategy can center around podcasting. Everywhere else you are online can and should delineate from it. Imagine your podcast as the sun, and every other channel, like social media, Pinterest, your website, your email list, is a planet. So let's talk about how to make your podcast content so good that even Pluto feels warm. Shout out if you were alive when Pluto was still considered a planet. First things first, know your niche within the fitness world. Are you obsessed with the perfect squat alignment, know exactly how to get runners ready for a marathon, or do you know the recipes to get a bodybuilder ready for their next competition? Chances are you're more of an expert at something than you realize. If you aren't sure, I have a helpful niche brainstorming worksheet on my website. It's free in exchange for your email address, and it really will help you land on an expertise that feels right to you. Now, once you know your niche and your dream client, it's important you speak directly to them about their struggles and goals. Imagine a newbie client feeling lost in the weight room. Give them clear workout tips, modifications, and even a beginner-friendly training plan in your next episode. That's the content that resonates and will make or break your podcast. Actionable tips in your content is key. Don't just describe a killer hit workout. Make your listeners feel the burn with instructions so clear they could practically coach themselves. This level of education is what listeners and viewers of your content expect and will make them appreciative for the time you took to invest in educating them. As you're creating content, you don't have to be the solo trainer. Collaborate, interview a sports physiotherapist about injury prevention, have a registered dietitian discuss healthy meal prepping, or feature inspiring stories from clients who've already crushed their fitness goals. Different voices, different perspectives will add depth and credibility to your podcast. I always say that consistency is key to more dream clients finding you. Stick to a schedule, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Build anticipation. Let your audience know when to expect their next dose of health and fitness wisdom. Think of it like their personalized workout routine. They wouldn't want random exercises popping up, right? Keep them hooked by showing up reliably. Now it's time to take your podcast to everywhere else in your solar system, meaning it's time to attract new clients through the other online channels, creating a well-rounded presence that works. So imagine this. You record an episode on weight training for beginners. That episode audio becomes your core. You transcribe it for SEO-rich blog content, which acts as an organic traffic magnet to your website. You can take small snippets from the episode and turn them into social media teasers, sparking engagement and reach. You can engage in fitness forums, offering real solutions to people's real problems, suggesting that they listen to your podcast episode for advice. And your podcast starts the conversation with your dream clients. You can share an email opt-in freebie, which puts potential dream clients into your email list. And in the show notes, you can link back to your website, your social media, any place you have online presence, because people who connect with your podcast are more likely to subscribe to your blog, engage on social media, and ultimately become your dream client. Your podcast content is also shareable. Listeners become your brand ambassadors, recommending your episodes to their networks, expanding your reach organically. Suddenly, you're not just creating content, you're fostering a community, a tribe of enthusiasts rallying around your message. Now it's 5 hacks time. What I'm going to do for 5 hacks this episode is I'm going to break down the 5 places you should be online to attract your dream clients. Hack number 1, your podcast, plain and simple. Hack number 2, a website. This serves as your online home base, where you can showcase your expertise, share valuable content, and capture leads. Embed your podcast episodes prominently, use podcast transcripts for SEO, and offer free resources related to your podcast topics in exchange for signing up to your email list. Hack number 3, social media. Choose platforms where your target audience actively engages, like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Share snippets and teasers of your podcast episodes and host live Q&A sessions and engage with comments and messages. Encourage listeners to share your content and tag their friends who might be interested. Hack within a hack? Choose 1 or 2 platforms max. I know it feels so tempting to join them all. What if your target audience would resonate with your content better somewhere else? But I promise, you're going to spread yourself so thin you won't have enough time to create valuable content. You're so much better off doing 1 right than 10 wrong. Besides, your podcast should be your focal point. Hack number 4, an online community. Create or join a group where your ideal clients can gather, like Facebook groups, forums, or subreddits. Offer valuable insights, answer questions related to your expertise, and subtly mention your podcast as a resource for deeper dives. Remember, genuine engagement is key here. In case you haven't joined, I do have a health and fitness podcasting community over in Facebook. If you want to check it out and join for free, that link is in the show notes. Hack number 5, email marketing. Build an email list by creating call to actions on your website, social media, or lead magnets related to your podcast content. And then offer valuable newsletters, preferably once a week or every other week, that includes maybe exclusive episodes or early access to content in exchange for subscriptions. Use your email list to nurture leads and convert them into your dream clients. Thank you again so much for joining me on your podcasting journey. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star review. It helps people like you find this podcast as well. Until the next episode, keep those conversations flowing and keep being the amazing powerhouse that you are. And as always, remember that consistency, authenticity, and promoting your podcast are key to your success. Happy podcasting.